Hi everyone, I'm the plant propagator and welcome to my channel. Today I don't want to show you orchids as much. Well, I'll show you a few orchids, but the main thing that I want to show you and the main reason that I'm excited today is all of the monarch butterfly larvae and the chrysalises that I see that are on my orchids. So I grow a lot of tropical milkweed in my garden in southwest Florida, and the milkweed plants, as I look around me here, they're completely defoliated. So the caterpillars have been just going to town, eating a lot, and then they disappear. And then you see the appearance of the beautiful monarch butterflies, and I really like monarchs. They do well. They love the plants that I have. They form their chrysalises and then they emerge and then they take off. And it happens really quickly. They're really beautiful insects, they're beautiful animals, and I just really enjoy helping them out. But what I want to show you, and the reason that I'm so excited is because there are so many chrysalises, and they're on my orchids. I don't know why they like the orchids, but they do. I think what happens is they're on the cattleyas, and I think because the leaves on the cattleyas are really firm and they can get underneath there really nicely, I think they just like going up in there. The milkweed plants that I have that they're feeding on are not really that close to all of my orchids, but they tend to find them. So I think, I like both the monarchs and the orchids, and I think that they have found each other, and they're learning, I guess, how to coexist beautifully here. So I got a few examples here. We're going to take a little bit of a closer look so that hopefully you'll be impressed as much as I have been with how many chrysalises I have forming here on my orchids. But in this plant right here, and this has actually a bloom on the back of it that'll probably be open in a day or two, but there's a chrysalis right here. I don't know if you can see it, that's underneath this leaf on this plant, and again this is on my pergola. So I guess they can maybe crawl up post and then go over on the leaves, but they got a long way to go in order to get from where the milkweed is to this post and then up on the orchid itself. And then on this orchid right here, I have a chrysalis that is formed right here. And we'll take a little bit of a closer look at that one as well. These are not the only two, as you might imagine, that I have, but they're in similar places. They're on the middle of the leaves, right underneath, and I think that they're formed because they're really well protected under there. But there's a lot of them. So what I want to do, and again, this is just for fun, this is not orchids very much today, other than that's where the chrysalises are being formed. I just want to show you some of the chrysalises on my orchid throughout my garden. So what I want to do is get behind the camera and show you what I'm talking about. Okay, and we're back. So this is a chrysalis on one of the cattleyas that was behind me. And what they do is they sit right in the middle of the leaves, and they attach and they do well. They don't negatively affect the plant, I don't think, in any way. But this is in a pot hanger that is suspended from a hook, and I'm not really sure how they're getting up there, but they are. On the plant right next to it, there's a chrysalis right there that I just don't think we're going to be able to see very well. But again, and this plant has a bloom on it on the back that's right there. But the chrysalis that's right there on the plant there. What's the most impressive is if you go down and you take a look at this cattleya. I guess let me show you the whole cattleya first. So this is a cattleya. This is Mishima Victory, and I have this in just a huge pot sitting underneath my pergola. It's actually on those pavers above ground a little bit, so it's not sitting directly on the mulch there. But this is a plant. This is one of my oldest and one of my biggest plants, and I put it in this pot and filled it up with lava stone and some coconut husks, and put some of the large leca on the top, and it pretty much tripled in size within a few months. I don't even think it's been in there a year. But I think what happens is the monarch, it's closer to the ground, they can find it. And this has, let's see if we can find them all. This has a few chrysalises on it. There's one there. There is, I have to come around over here, I think, to see, well, maybe can't see it very well. There's another chrysalis right there. So that's two over there. So there's the one, and then there's the one that's behind here. And then when we move over and take a look, now I'm not going to be able to find it. Oh, there they are, right there. So hidden underneath, there are two more chrysalises on the same leaf. And this is again, this is a big plant, and these are the ones that I found. Now, what happens with these chrysalises is they're green, they're really beautiful, but they're kind of hard to spot and they're hard to see. You need to have young eyes to come out here, which I don't have, by the way. You need to have young eyes come out here and find these things. So Plant Propagator Junior has been finding a lot of these chrysalises on the orchids. But so there's four that I've been able to find on just this one plant right here. So there's probably going to be more that I haven't been able to find. But I want to also take you over here, and this is the final one that I want to show you today. And this is a chrysalis that's on my Arides, and maybe we aren't going to be able to see it very well, but there's a chrysalis on the bottom, and it's the same thing under the bottom of this leaf right here. There's the final chrysalis. That we can't see very well at all. Anyway, that's just all I wanted to share with you today, is the all of the chrysalises that I'm seeing on all my orchids and how they seem to be coexisting and doing very well. So that's all I have for today. If you liked the video today and you want to keep on seeing them, it would help me out if you could click on like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you're not already a subscriber. And happy propagating.